Yeah. All right. We're going to start. I just want to show you this. Again, this is my first ever videotaped lecture. So if I'm acting a little bit more sensational, that's why. This is the Google Classroom Sim, and these are all on there. The assignment is in the comments what you're going to have to do. We're going to go through quickly the engineering design process, and then I'm going to show you some bad designs. You've all experienced. How many of you have ever done something, whether it's played a musical instrument, went to open a door, went to park in our school parking lot, and said, this is really poorly designed? Huh? Right? Probably everybody. And those of you in robotics probably maybe even said this about your own designs. When you're going to competition and going, that's a poor design. Okay? So the assignment at the end is going to be to find something that was manufactured. That's key. Manufactured. Not a prototype, but manufactured product that has a design flaw. Okay? And in the comments has the steps by step what you need to put. I'm not looking for a thesis. Okay? I'm looking for an explanation. Answer the questions in proper English as best you can. Use spell check. Okay? Ethan, question?
I changed my mind.
Okay. So engineering design process. I'm going to show this. I'm going to kind of snap through let's see if I can click it and it goes there. And actually, I'm just going to do this here because this is not. And all these you have on the Google. Okay, so if you can go back, what I really want you to know is that you need to use this process. All right, so we have 4 factors of design. Economy, okay, that's basically, money. Safety, functionality, and then ethics. The Hoover Dam, when they built that, I believe they lost over 100 employees. The Empire State Building, same. Now, because this doesn't fact. This is like me trying to remember stuff, okay? So don't get in an argument with your history teacher saying, well, Mr. Olson said over 100 people. Well, that could or couldn't be true. But a lot of people used to die, and they used to factor that in, the cost of a person, so many people dying when they were building back in the 30s and before that. And so now you can't have that, right? So if it happens, it's going to cost you millions upon millions of dollars. So, safety has been, of course, a key component to manufacturing, whether it functions, and then the ethics behind that. Okay, see if I can. Cost of material, the amount of material used, and the cost of labor. Okay, and so you look at this screwdriver. What is the cost of the material to make this? Okay, the amount of that material that is used, you'd figure that out, and then how much am I going to have to pay people or a robot or whatever to mass produce this? Okay, safety. Why do you think they have a picture of the jacks on there? Okay, I especially put this on here Because Legos, another thing. Okay, I'm getting off topic, but have you ever seen they have this person on a, like, what do you call a treadmill? And he's walking on a treadmill barefoot, and another person is dumping Legos on that treadmill every so often. And it's like getting ready for fatherhood or something. Jacks basically were used for, when you bounce the ball and grab them. But they, as you can see and just imagine, they hurt quite a bit when being stepped on. I remember thinking that my dad was literally going to kill me when I left my Jacks out someplace and he stepped on one going to the bathroom one night. Functionality, durability, lifespan. This thing right here worked great. You'd pump it up, the rocket would shoot, but after about 5 times, it would break. Okay? So the lifespan was 5 uses. Well, okay, you're talking about this. You're talking about a plastic injected part, throwing it away, all of that. Okay? Ethics, environmental friendly and safe. And this all comes down. Is it honest? Is it confident, supportive? Like the last product that would break right away, it wasn't very environmentally sustainable. Also, you're selling a product, people expect it to work. We look at cars, and Ralph Nader, about I think it was a Gremlin, but it could be wrong, wrote called Unsafe at Any Speed. And it really got the ball rolling on car safety and the importance of those cars being safe. And airbags and seat belts. All right, these are all different design flaws. I'm not going to go over. Somebody knocking? Okay, perfect. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, you can just come on in and just sit down next time. Couple things about the odd app. All right, snap through this. As you look here, which side of the door do you push?
Just push the center and whichever way it turns.
Then you go with it, right? Slide, center, slide, center, slide. Okay. Similar. I have taught here for 22 years, and I still, when walking into the library, 85% of the time push the door that's locked. I don't know why. I can't figure it out. But I can't, and it's because it's not obvious. That's to me, that's a design flaw.
Can't they just all be open?
It's a great question, but for 20 years, that's the way it's been. So this volume. Why do you think they put this in for a design flaw? Okay, yeah.
The pills are like pressed powder, so that if they're shaking around, they're all being disintegrated.
Yeah, just spin it, shake. Very, yep.
I can't read the words.
The words and how to open. It's not inherently obvious to match who do you think takes pain meds the most? We all take them, but who takes them the most? Old people. Okay. Elderly, I think. And are their eyes great? No. Okay, so they may or may not be able to read that. Do they have great hand dexterity where you can put it there and then pop it off? No. So that's what the design, they had to have someone be able to open their pills for them, right? Or invent a better way to open it. Now they want to make it so a little kid can't get in and eat them all as well. So that becomes lots of problems. All right. You will get a copy of, or actually, no, I'm going to have you do this. Okay. I want you to have this in your notebook. Print this out. This is the design process that we use. It may even be in there. And we start out with defining the problem. Okay? Anybody have a problem that's got in the mind? I can think of something, but if anybody here have a problem that they like to design, something that's not working, something that's, we'll kind of go through the design process. Anybody got anything? All right. I'll think of something then. Let's go with all right. How many of you have ever seen a triathlon or know? Everybody knows what a triathlon is, right? So what are the three events that you do? Swim, run, and bike. Okay, so if I am swimming, can I wear the same shoes swimming as I do biking? Probably not. So you have, at one point, there's a time where they're taking off. They just got done swimming. They're wet, and they got to be able to put on a pair of shoes. But they don't want to just throw on a pair of shoes that are going to be, but they don't want to also take the time, because it's a timed event where they can dry their feet off perfectly, put on a pair of socks, put on shoes and tie it while the other person's half a mile down the road. So let's use the design process. So first of all, define the problem. And I kind of helped you with that, right? May have said too much. Is the problem valid and justifiable? Yes, maybe not directly for us, but if you're a triathlete, yes. So generate concepts. We're just quick going to go over what are some design ideas, okay? And in defining the problem, when we took a product and made it in engineering, design, and development, you remember that, where they made a car seat that could cool babies and send text messages to parents? I'll show you. It's in the back. Defining the problem took 3 months because it needed to be researched, gone through. Is the problem actually a problem? What are designs that are out there? Okay. What are the other working designs that are out there? Patent searches, things like that. Then now you've got a good grasp of the problem. We start generating concepts, brainstorming, and research. Okay. Write that down. Generate concepts or brainstorm and research. These first two took a long time because you want to have, and it is 100% human nature, especially high school student human nature, but human nature to, I got it. This is a great solution. This is the best solution. I'm going to pound this square peg in that round hole until it works, even though I think it's a brilliant solution. Instead of coming up with a large quantity, we want a large quantity of brainstormed ideas. Then, after we get that large quantity, we then kind of funnel it down into develop a solution. We've maybe would break it down into 2 different ideas, 3 different ideas. Construct and test a prototype. We build a prototype, see if those shoes work, fit, put them on some triathletes, use them in a evaluate. Hey, this is a good idea. Then we present, If it's not, we go back to the drawing board. Okay? Just like the iPhone or any type of cell phone, how many of you would like a 10-year-old iPhone? Okay? 10 years ago, that was the best phone on the market. Well, because of the design process and it's never done, it just keeps going back and they start over again. We're continually improving on all our products. Okay? All right. We're going to move on. These are different solutions to things that are part of bad designs. Okay? Oh, I do want to go back. Okay, consider products that you have encountered in your everyday life that you have been affected by poor designs, okay? So this is where we're getting to the assignment. Again, this presentation is on the Google. And see right here is where you can go to see some examples of poor designs that people have brought up. This is a website design, and I haven't looked into it a lot, but I don't think it's by one person. I think it's like the Wikipedia of bad designs. Somebody has a beef like this sippy cup doesn't work very well or whatever, and they go in and they put it in here. Okay? So, and 1,000 different examples of bad designs, and this is just one thing that you're going to be doing, but I want you to think of something that bothers you, that you don't like the design of, okay? And then we'll go into the bad design PowerPoint here. So it's going to be a little bit.
Tiles that weigh too much on my keys. Bad design.
Bad design?
I want you to give this to Caleb Whitlock next, when you have him next. It's
Okay.
a new schedule. Tell him to throw his other one and use that one.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. You have to watch. Is there any way I can open these PowerPoints without as PowerPoints? Not as like this?
I don't think so. Press up 11. And you
Oh, is this bad design? Here, it might be the same PowerPoint. So let's just show examples of what you need to do. And then you can get to work on. All right. There's a video of, so Sid Newell's bad design coffee machine. Let's take a look at it. We got this new Hein coffee machine. It worked to see what happened the first time I used the machine. Play the brief video. The machine brewed a cup of coffee for me and then dumped it on the floor. Why? So this is basically what you need to do for your assignment. Okay, I have all the questions you need to answer in the comment section, and you just go through. And honestly, if you want it typed, type it. If you rather do it by hand, sketch it out, do it that way. Okay? But just answer all the questions that are in the comments. Do you guys have the comments available? Do you see them there in the comment section of Google Classroom? And so sometimes what it thinks, like the design will make you, like this person didn't put the cup in to have it filled up, right? And so then, or he puts the wrong one or whatever. And, but as a designer, as a event, you need to try to think of ways to create so that those types of mistakes don't happen. How can we get rid of those mistakes? Because that leaves a customer going, okay, yeah, I learned that next time, but I'm not going to go through this again, when you have a bad experience. So with that, that's your assignment. Let's make that due on next call. Let's give you a class day to work on it. And so let's make it due Thursday. Okay.
Was it not the exploding phone?